start the lecture, and I hope that all of you are doing great at your homes. I hope and I pray that all of you stay safe at your homes and study well and focus on your studies, all right? As the situation is very crucial and this time is very, very important for all of us, and we all have to work accordingly, and we all have to put in our full effort in order to, fight with this time. All right. So just let me check whether the recording is on. All right. So as you all know that we have studied the oceans till Arctic Ocean, and we have studied three oceans namely Pacific Ocean, Atlantic Ocean, and Arctic Ocean, and we were left with two of the oceans that were Arctic and Southern. So the three oceans that we have done studying, I hope that they are clear to you, and I hope that they are uh, not so difficult for all of you to understand. Okay, now we are moving towards today's lecture that is going to be from the Arctic Ocean, that is from Unit 2, Ocean and Seas. Okay, let's talk about Arctic Ocean. Oceans are very important, We majorly have 5 oceans in the world. They are divided in different regions of the world. And as you all know that the Earth has 3/4 of water on it, and 1/4 is the land surface area. So the 3/4 that we see on the globe of the Earth basically contains oceans, seas, rivers, and all other things that have the body of water. Now, when we talk about the fourth ocean, that is Arctic Ocean, so you should get this thing that Arctic Ocean lies at the North Pole, on the top of the globe. The top part of the globe is the North Pole. First thing that you all need to understand is that North Pole and South Pole. North Pole and the South Pole, that is extremely opposite to the North Pole, and it is in downwards, in the side of downwards in the globe. We see that these both poles, North and South Pole, are extremely cold areas or regions on the globe. Now, the Arctic Ocean lies at the North Pole. It borders the continents of Europe, Asia, and North America. All right. It is the smallest ocean. Now, you all have to remember that Arctic Ocean is the smallest ocean, and it is the shallowest even. It is the smallest ocean, it is the shallowest ocean, and it is also known as the coldest of all oceans. The temperature of the water is cold. Why? Because Arctic Ocean lies in the North Pole. And as I've told you, that North Pole on the globe has a very high temperature that humans are not able to survive in that cold climate, as sometimes, not sometimes, most of the time, the temperature goes into the minus degrees. Now, the area around this ocean is almost frozen all the year. All right, there are glaciers, there are icebergs that are frozen, and the land is also frozen. So that is why it is not possible for a human body to survive in such cold climatic conditions. Moreover, not only human bodies, plants, trees, these kind of things even are not there, because the environment or the climatic conditions of such region does not support the vegetation process or the cultivation process due to the frozen land and huge icebergs and glaciers. Now, the Greenland area in the Arctic Ocean is the only area that is inhabited by the Europeans. Not all the area in the North Pole or near the Arctic Ocean is inhabited by different people. As I've told you, Nobody lives there. Nobody even likes to live there because um, people living over there really suffer a huge kind of, challenge. And as we studied before, that people living in desert areas are also living a very tough life. Same like that, in Arctic Ocean, people really face huge challenges and issues by living there. So Greenland is the only area that is inhabited by the Europeans. Some areas are Norway, Russia, Sweden. As you all can see in this picture, this is the Arctic region, and the countries that are just neighboring this region are Russia, Canada, Iceland, Norway, Sweden, Finland. Now, this is the Greenland, Denmark area that is inhabited by the Europeans. All right, this is the area which we were talking about. First man to reach the northern pole was an American explorer, Robert Edwin, in 1909. Before this man, Robert Edwin, nobody has ever visited this area, and this area was not even discovered. So he was the first man to explore this northern pole in 1909. I hope that the Arctic Ocean is clear to all of you. Moving on to the next slide, that is Southern Ocean. Now, the Southern Ocean is basically opposite to North Pole. As the South Pole is opposite to North Pole, so the Arctic Ocean is opposite to Southern Ocean. Southern Ocean lies in South Pole near Antarctica. All right, here in the downside. It lies in South Pole near Antarctica. Now, as I have already told you, that North Pole and South Pole are extremely cold regions. So the water is icy cold and frozen with huge glaciers known as icebergs. Most of the area is inhabited due to the harsh climate condition. It is also known as Antarctic Ocean. All right. Now the Southern Ocean that lies here and the Arctic Ocean that lies here, both are opposite. Both are opposite in both are the opposite regions to one another, and Southern Ocean is also known as the Antarctic Ocean. Here is the North Pole in this picture. Here is the South Pole. Both are opposite in direction. One is on the top, one is here. So these both regions are extremely cold on the globe. Now we are done with oceans. We are done with 5 oceans. We have studied Arctic Ocean, we have studied Southern Ocean, we have studied Indian Ocean, we have studied Atlantic Ocean, and we have studied Pacific Ocean. Now we all have to remember the names of these oceans. There are 5 oceans in the world. First one is the Pacific one, second is Atlantic, third is Indian, fourth is Arctic, and the fifth one is Southern. First one is Pacific, second is Atlantic, third is Indian, fourth is Arctic, and the fifth one is Southern Ocean. Now let's talk about sea. I hope that you all understood what oceans are, how many oceans are there, where are they found, and who explored them, and all about oceans. Now let's talk about sea. What is sea? Basically, oceans everywhere, around the globe are interconnected with one another through seas. The sea is the interconnected system of all the Earth's oceanic water. Different seas, they connect with one another in order to form oceans around the globe, including the Atlantic, Pacific, Indian, Southern, and Arctic Oceans. These are the name of the oceans that are formed when the sea that is interconnected system that connects with one another. When seas, they connect with one another, they form, the system of Earth oceanic water. So that is how all the oceans of the world are formed. The sea is a smaller body of water closer to the land. Different people go to different, sea. They They visit different kind of sea in order to spend some quality time on the beaches, in order to even, do stuff like boating and all that stuff. So the sea is a smaller body of water that is closer to the land. Definitely different. Ocean basically is the combination of sea. So sea is a smaller body of water as compared to ocean. So the water of the sea is salty, and there are 5 oceans in the world, but there are a lot of seas. All right, moving on to the next slide. Now, as I've told you that every ocean consists of number of seas, as seas basically interconnect with one another to form the earth oceanic water. So every ocean, the oceanic region, has different seas that are interconnected with one another in order to form that particular ocean. Now, the Indian Ocean seas basically are Red Sea, Persian Gulf, Arabian Sea, Java Sea, and Andaman Sea. Whereas the Arctic Ocean seas are, as I've told you, that the Arctic Ocean lies in the North Pole. So, firstly, North Sea is in the Arctic Ocean, Baltic Sea, Norwegian Sea, Barents Sea, Kara Sea, Laptev Sea, East Siberian Sea, and Bering Sea. Now, I would like to tell you that this sea, Bering Sea, is basically the dangerous sea. It is one of the dangerous sea due to the very harsh weather conditions. It consists of such weather conditions where there are storms, where there are hurricanes coming in such seas and oceans. All right. So these all seas are part of Arctic Ocean. Pacific Ocean. Now, what? How many seas are there in Pacific Ocean? Sea of Japan, East China Sea, South China Sea, Philippine Sea, Mediterranean Sea, Aegean Sea, Yellow Sea, Coral Sea, Arafura Sea, Caribbean Sea, Ionian Sea, and Adriatic Sea. All these seas are basically part of Pacific Ocean. These all seas interconnect with one another in order to form the Pacific Ocean. Now, landlocked seas. There is a kind of sea that are landlocked. What basically landlocked is? Firstly, you need to understand this thing. For example, if we talk about landlocked country. So what is a landlocked country? Landlocked country is a country or a state that is basically locked from all the sides by the land area. Means no body of water is connecting from the external side of the state. Same is the case with sea. Landlocked sea are those seas which are locked by the body of land on all of their sides. These kind of seas are locked, from everywhere by the land. So examples are Caspian Sea, Aral Sea, and Black Sea. As you all can see in the picture, that this is the sea and this is the body of land that is actually surrounding the sea from every side. So one sea when doesn't connect with another sea, so basically that sea is landlocked by the land. So this is what happens. Now this is the body of water that is surrounded by land, and the sea is basically not getting any other sea to connect with. Okay, Dead Sea. I hope that some of you are familiar with this term Dead Sea. It has a very high content of salt in it. The water of the sea basically or the ocean is salty, but particularly this Dead Sea has a very high level of salt in it. Plants and marine life cannot survive in this much salty water. Definitely plants and fishes and other marine life, they just need a very suitable content of salt and other minerals in water to survive actually. We as human, we need a very normal pH scale water to drink. If if the water we drink is salty, we just cannot have it. If the water we have is so sugary, we cannot have it. So we are used to have, or our bodies are used to have, very normal water, full of very, a lot of full of a lot of minerals that are normal in the content. So, plants and marine life just cannot survive in this much salty water. The water allows all the things to float on its surface. Therefore, no one can drown in this sea. As you all can see, that this man is just floating on the water and just reading the newspaper, and he has no danger of, sinking into the water, as the salt content doesn't allow any body or any material to sink or drown. So, as you all can see in this picture, these bodies of salt actually, that are crystal salt in the water. The high level of salt in the water makes the salt gets into the solid form when there is a huge level of salt in the water. So basically all the water is salty, so these kind of small salt glaciers, they get formed in different areas of the sea due to the high level of salt in the water. Now, I am telling you the homework. Kindly note it down that you all have to learn. You all are not supposed to write the question and answers of this unit. You're only supposed to learn all the question answers of the unit. If you can turn to page number 18, you are going to see that there are 4 questions of this chapter. Rest is the exercise that contains fill in the blanks and circle the correct answers. You all are supposed to do that on your book, but the question number 2, answer the following questions. These 4 questions are for your homework, and you all have to learn these 4 questions, and I hope that you all are going to do so. And homework is very, very necessary, as you all are living at your homes right now. So this is very necessary for all of you to take the full advantage of this time by being at home all the time. So the basic thing that we really need to talk about, I'll just take 2 minutes of yours. Now, this is a picture that I found on the internet, and I found it so interesting. Now, the first thing is be kind. Be kind. Be kind with one another. Be kind not only with your surroundings, be kind with your own self even. You all have to love yourself. You all have to treat yourself kindly so that you're able to deal other people with kindness. All right? Tell the truth. In this time, actually, when you're spending quality time with your family, and when you've got nothing to do, outside of your home, you all are just supposed to spend 24 hours with your parents. So adopt this habit that you all are supposed to tell the truth. Do not tell a lie. Don't judge. This means that you're not supposed to judge somebody. You're not supposed to judge somebody's appearance, somebody, from their expressions, from the clothes that they're wearing, from the acts that they're doing. No, it's very wrong to judge anybody. This is extremely, not allowed for anybody to judge anyone. And as you all know that you all have to work hard, work really hard. The more you're going to work hard, the more of the success you people are going to get. So work hard means that only daily basis, whatsoever you have been taught by the teachers in online classes, you all have to study that, you all have to learn that, and you all have to be very, very punctual in attending your online classes. Now be an example. Be an example for whom? For who? So be an example for your younger ones, be an example for your elder ones. When you're going to do all these things, when you're going to be kind with yourself and you're going to have mercy and show kindness to others, even when you're not going to lie and when you're not going to judge anybody and you're going to work hard, definitely you're going to be an example, a great example for everybody. And have courage, don't lose hope. You all are going to get through this time, and we all are fighting with this time, and inshallah soon we are going to get back to our schools, and we're going to get back to our classes, and we're going to live a very normal life as we used to. So this time is difficult, but we should not lose courage and hope. Live, laugh, and love. Live with your family and friends. Live with yourself. Be creative in your life. Laugh. Live every moment. Smile in every moment. Whenever you see your parents, whenever you wake up in the morning or you go to bed at night, just smile. Just see your parents and smile and love everything that you do. When you're going to work hard, that means that everything that you're doing is having your hard work in it. So you're going to love it. Love yourself, love your family, love everything in your surroundings. Offer your prayers and be a true Muslim. And I hope that you all are going to be very, very successful in your life. So this was all about it. I hope that you all got whatsoever I taught you people. And I hope that nothing was difficult enough to understand. And this was all about today. Thank you very much. Take care.